your experience like with dating women, right?
But for people like in elementary school, middle school, people came out like that, you still thinking like whoever taught you to think. So it's like, oh, you ugly, oh, you nasty, oh, you.
Or just because you just said a couple stuff that probably done turned me off. Well, hey, today I'm on Hennessy and Honey.
She belongs on a magazine. She the star every movie scene. She's not impressed by the things they wanna show.
And we back for another episode of Real Talk. And y'all know it's your boy Jmac, and I'm always on point like a Sharpie. You know, this is the only talk show where we talk about real shit with real people. You know what I'm saying? So today we got our guest, and y'all know I'm not good at introducing guests, so I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
What's going on? I'm Shea Harris, you feel me? I need to.
Nah, if this how you want to go however
Okay.
you want to go.
I'm Shea Harris, you know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur, rapper, entrepreneur. Fuck you talking about?
For real. No, for real. This is Shea, y'all. I feel like this is one of my friends as well. I feel like I gotta introduce them when I'm up here with people I'm cool with. So y'all gotta understand like that. When I talk to them, I have like in-depth conversations. And I think with her, we always talking about how people act and like how they make you feel when they act a certain way and how to react. And two, basically like your experience like with dating women, right?
Hell yeah, most of the time.
Most of the
Hell
time.
yeah.
And that's crazy because she an artist too, right? And you rap, and we rarely ever talk about that at all.
That's crazy. You right. We rarely ever talk about music type shit. It's
Never.
crazy. We be on some real life shit.
No, for real. I think most of the time we be hitting on how I ain't gonna say people are hoes, but like, but a lot of it be about how like people disregard other people's experiences.
You hear me? For real. How people disregard other people's experiences and feelings in general. You know what I'm saying? And when we, like, I feel like now, when I say now, it just at this period of time, like, we just kind of in this area where people are accustomed to disregarding other people. You feel me? Like I'm going to use you for what I need you for, and then I'm done with you when I'm done with you. And it ain't nothing after that.
Right. But like, what you think this stem from? Do you think it's like our society, like, or is it just? Because sometimes I feel like people just selfish.
I feel like some people are selfish. I feel like some people, like, all right, boom. With music pretty much tells people how to think. If people don't think for themselves, then music tell you how to think. So a lot of people will adapt to whatever mindset they think is coolest. You get what I'm saying? Whatever mindset they think is most acceptable to most people.
So you think it's more sheep than there are herders?
Hell yeah. Way more sheep.
Why you say that though?
From my experience, and I've honestly, I feel like even in elementary school, so as far as I can remember, I've always remembered like stories of people doing what their mama want them to do, or doing what pretty much whoever's funding you at that point. You know what I'm saying? Doing what your parents want you to do in order to, you know what I'm saying, be happy. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people still adapt to that mindset of following parents, friends, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes what I feel is not what the majority of the people feel. And if I speak on that, majority of the people disagree, and I can't stick with whatever the fuck I feel, you feel me? Whatever I'm rolling with, it be hard to, I think other people have an issue with standing on their 10, you feel
Nah,
me?
you right. I mean, we in a society which is like capitalistic, so I think majority always wins. So like, even if we talking like elections or anything, like I think we've always been grown up. We always grown up. We like as we grew up, they all taught us that like majority is better.
Hell yeah.
Like if the majority of people think like this is what it should be.
You know what's crazy? I made a tweet. I think I made the tweet today that said, I hate cool people because cool people always have to go with whatever the fuck they think is cool and not stand on whatever they feel. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And as a gay person, so I came out when I was in high school, And I've met people who came out before me, which people who came out in elementary school and middle school had a totally different experience than me coming out in high school. You feel me? And I graduated in 2015 to give you a time frame. You feel me? So when I came out, it was pretty much like everybody was pretty much cool with it. I didn't hide it or nothing like that. So everybody was pretty much cool with it. But for people like in elementary school, middle school, people came out like that, you still thinking like whoever taught you to think. So it's like, oh, you ugly, oh, you nasty, oh, you like the very childish mindset, you feel me, of coming out, and then people take that with them and it goes like that happened to you in the 6th grade, but you carry that with you for the rest of your life. So even though that might not be how people react to you now, you might still feel like people reacted like that to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like like an inherent experience. Like when you get burnt one time, you kind of, and when you get burnt really bad one time, you kind of like become like standoffish.
Yeah.
Like, especially about like certain things and how things happen. But I think it's difficult because you kind of have to like, I don't want to say address it, but you kind of have to be like weary of how like you attack certain things because you don't want to be like pushing that on people. Because I know for me, like I had like bad experiences with women, like I said, like that, with girls when I was younger, and it fucked me up when I got older, or like where I'm in now, because sometimes the way I think about things is strictly based off of whatever happened to me the day I feel like I got my heart broke.
Yeah. I felt. And I might be going off a little bit, but we had a conversation one time when we were speaking about, I had told you how I feel about, like, I don't like partying with straight people, you feel me? I like to party with the people who gay, bisexual, whatever. I like to party with them. Right. You feel me? And what I realized, what you pointed out was the experience that I have is not uncommon to men, right?
Right.
And what I realized after having that conversation with you and like thinking about it after I left that conversation with you is that, damn, we might go through the same things, but that don't mean it impacts us the same. It has the same effect on us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So whereas as a man, you may feel like when women react to you like that, it's natural or it's okay or it's normal. As a woman who is raised to feel like, first of all, what I'm doing is not okay. You know what I'm saying? So boom, I come in that shit with the mindset of what I'm doing is not okay to a normal person. You feel me? When I'm in these settings with straight women and they react like, oh, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, I'm finna pretend like you're not there. Oh, I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? Not even, like, to me, what I recognize is like regular human decency. Like, nigga, you gonna acknowledge my presence. I'm speaking to you. So it's respectful for you to speak back. It's normal shit for you to speak back. When you just ignore me like that, I'm offended. You know what I'm saying? And then, two, I don't know why you're doing it. So then I have to come to my own conclusions as to why you reacted to me like that. And then my first conclusion is, oh, it's because I'm gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I take that and I internalize that and I carry that for the rest of my life. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel, like you said, like we had the conversation. I'm like, yeah, like, this is like how women are. Like, probably the girls that liked me the most were some of the girls that ignored me the most when I tried to talk to them, which is crazy as hell to even think of. Like, and it's really fucked up because, like, I think even like me, like, the girls that I ignore or like don't get that much attention to are the girls that pursue even harder. Like, so I think it's a fucked up psychology, but like, as far as you saying, like, experiences, and until you told me that, like, I always thought that, like, gay women had it easier than me when it came to talking to girls. Because, you know, every time you see the gay women, they always got the baddest bitch.
I got something to say about that, too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, like, and I'm going to be honest, like, for a dude, sometimes that is a little frustrating. You know, you be like, dang. It's just like when you see, like, even though it's different, but it's the same. But it's just like if I'm a black dude and I see a white dude with a bad black girl, I'm just like, damn, how? Like,
yeah.
You beat me out?
Yeah.
Like, even, like, I don't know if this fucked up I'm saying it, but, like, I know that's how I feel, and I know that's how other dudes feel.
Right.
And it gets to be like, because as a dude, you naturally competitive.
Right.
So at that point, you feel like I'm losing.
You know what? It's crazy because I be feeling like that too. But I just recently came to the recent conclusion, like boom, boom. I be fucking with bad bitches, right? But these women just come over here to this gay woman to pretty much, you know what I'm saying, caress their ego or whatever the fuck be going on in their life, you know what I'm saying? But I realized that damn, most of the women that talk to me so boom, they do men like this too. They don't really like me for me. They want me for whatever I can provide at that moment. For men, you know what I'm saying, they usually be using men for the penis, you know what I'm saying? They want your dick.
They want the D.
They want the D. You hear me? For women, I think for gay women, I think that they just like the fact that somebody besides men are attracted to them. You know what I'm saying? And then they take that and they use that to their advantage, and they discard the fact that I actually have feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I had a conversation with a young woman, and I basically was just telling her, how could you expect? I am a woman that likes women. How could you expect me not to like you when you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G? And she says, boom, 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 boom. I said, but do you do that in front of your men friends that like you? Or that you're not attracted to that may like you? She said, no, I wouldn't cross the line with them. Why? Because they have a penis and I know it could get hard. Same thing with me, technically. I don't have a penis, but you know what I'm saying? Shit, if you acting like you like me, bitch, I might not know how to take that.
Yeah. You're right. Because I think I'd say like the hardest part of being a dude, and especially like having like female friends or dealing with women, is like that. Women tend to cross the line. Like especially like when they feel like y'all cool or they feel like y'all got something going on. Like a lot of times they're fine with breaking a barrier of like being too close to you or touching on you or just not having an understanding that like just because I'm choosing not to pursue you, that don't mean that I wouldn't.
You hear me?
You know? Or just because you done said a couple stuff that probably done turned me off. Well, hey, today I'm on Hennessy and honey. You know what I'm saying?
Today you might get it. Fuck you talking about. Fuck you, man.
Nah, but it is.
I think I've been watching. I really can't remember what I saw, but I saw something on Twitter where a man was basically speaking on how, you know what I'm saying, if you don't want to fuck me, then you the homie. So basically, like, our relationship is not like man to woman. If you don't want to fuck me, you basically the nigga. You know what I'm saying? And at that time when I seen it, I didn't quite understand why he would have that disposition. But then as I have my own experience, I'm like, oh, you got to draw that line, because if you don't draw that line, they not going to draw that line, and they definitely will take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? Of men, of you know what I'm saying? Everybody want love. Whether people say they want love or not, I believe that everybody want love on some level. You feel me? And that's to be the first thing that people take advantage of, and that's why people be out here like, fuck love. You feel me? Because that's the first, they going to manipulate that, they going to pull that heartstring, and they going to use it to their advantage every time.
True, yeah, that's so right. Like you have to draw that line, because no offense to women when I say this, but they are so fine with like playing that game being on the fence.
Nah, for real.
Because that's, you know what I'm saying, that benefits them the most.
For real.
But sometimes you could be their friend, and then sometimes you could be the dick they sit on.
You hear me? Or the strap they sit on. I'm just playing. I'm just fucking with y'all.
Nah. I mean, that's real. It's real. But I mean,
I really feel like I ain't gonna lie to you. I really feel like dating at this point in time fucking sucks. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But I also come from a standpoint of I don't be wanting to. So boom, I feel like I could go out here and dog DOs, or you know what I'm saying, do them dirty and talk to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time, but I don't want to. So I choose not to. You know what I'm saying? And so when I feel like when I go out here and I'm giving you respect, you know what I'm saying, I'm communicating with you and I'm doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, you need to meet me halfway. At least bare minimum halfway, nigga. That means communicate with me too. You know what I'm saying? That means tell me where you at. That means if you not there, tell me that you not there so we not wasting each other time. You feel me? And shit, that's just where I stand at it.
I don't think it's hard. I'm also not a dater, so when I say this, I mean it's like 100%. Like, I mean, I'm a dater. Like, I'll take her on a date. Like, I'll buy you some food, kick it with you, blah 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 blah. But as far as me saying like, oh, this my girlfriend, this my bitch, I'm not into it. Like, in my mind, with somebody else is probably gonna argue against it. But in my mind, I've never had a girlfriend.
You never had a girlfriend?
Yeah, I've
Never, ever.
Like, never formally. Like, hey, you wanna be my girlfriend?
Never, ever.
Never. But I've always been like super ambitious and like stuck in what I was trying to do. So like, I always felt like I never had time to be trying to be like, oh, I'm trying to be your boyfriend, because everybody else I seen was distracted. Like, everybody else that I seen that was trying to be in a relationship was so distracted. Like, I feel like they had goals, but like after a while, like their goals kind of got like merged. With other people wanted, because you already got a lot of like pressure from just like parents and outside things and just everybody else and their expectations. But then once you add somebody else, like, now you got to worry about them. Like, if I had a bitch, I would never gamble as much as I do on like just like my business or whatever I got going, because I'll be more concerned about, ooh, she need a Birkin, she need a Telfie.
That's crazy.
The bed, you know what I'm saying? She need her, because that's what you want. And I'm an image person, so of course, even though I might walk around in jogging pants and some Uggs, whoever the girl is with me, she gonna have on everything she need to have on.
Hey, and listen, as a young woman, I respect that. I respect you saying that, because it's a lot of young men that don't think like that. You feel me? Like, they don't. I hear a lot of niggas talk about going 50-50 on everything. And if you going 50-50 on bills and shit, I don't really expect you to buy a person much. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't expect, because y'all, shit, she could take care of herself, you can take care of yourself. What y'all buying each other shit for? But that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
I get the sentiment of the 50-50. I don't think 50-50 is not an actual, like, thing. Men don't actually believe that he should go 50-50 with you. They just saying it to make a point.
Yeah.
To make a point that, like, everything is cool when like women want equality, right? You want to be able to say what you want to say, do what you want to do, be a hoe, blase, blase, blase. But then as soon as a man takes the power dynamic away, it says, well, no, I'm not going to pay for anything. We should go half. Now you don't want to be.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that anymore. If
So,
that makes sense.
Hey, listen, that makes sense to me, but for me, as a gay woman, I look at as a woman that's not interested in men, I look at that like, find somebody that's on your level, find somebody that want what you want. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's some women do look for men to take care of them. Other women are not as concerned with that. But if she's not as concerned with that, then you gotta understand that that's a woman that's probably on her Erica Banks shit, that's gonna wake up in the morning and get on her phone. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing she do in the morning. And if you ain't ready to deal with a woman like that, then you might need to find you one that want to be taken care of. You feel me? That don't want to go half and half on with you. You know what I'm saying? That don't mind washing the dishes and washing the clothes. Because some women ain't with it. No. Some women simply just ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So find somebody that's compatible with you. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I've met beautiful, intelligent, like, women. I think like, yeah, bruh. But then when we get to talking about shit, I be like, hell nah, that's not what I'm on, and that's not what I want.
And that's respect. So earlier I asked you to send me a song, and the song was a no cap song. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I'm not really a no cap fan. Not saying because I don't like no cap. It's more about, I just don't really be going through shit like that, but I try not to be like sad and shit. So
okay.
Like, that's why I don't really listen to no cap. Well, what was the name of the song?
The song was 40-something Flows.
40-something Flows, 40-something Flows.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I'm going to go and tell y'all what I thought from it, like, instantly, because I always think, like, the song that I asked somebody for at the time kind of tells me, like, where their headspace is at the time.
Okay.
So, 40-something Flows, when I look at it, I just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't one of the ones that like grabbed me instantly. But when I cut it on, I hear the ghetto, like the sample.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cool, I feel the sample, but like the main line that stuck out to me was like, he said the judge is giving these people more years than they can live.
Yeah.
And then the kids ain't got no food on the table, so they having to rob the, you know what I'm saying, rob to stay alive, which is really
They were saying the youth and the takers. Yeah.
facts. Which kind of remind me of some, when I take this back, some Lord of the Flies ass shit. When it's time to survive, you do whatever it takes to survive.
Hell yeah.
So when he say like that, y'all giving folks more time than they can live, and now you taking these people out of their houses to be their influence, and now they stealing to survive, and they doing whatever it takes to survive. And I think a lot of times people forget that wrong and right is subjective, because you can't always be wrong when you're trying to survive. You can't always be right when you thriving. But that's how I took from it. But what did it mean to you?
So for me, okay, boom. I raised in Memphis, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Memphis, elementary school, middle school, high school, nigga, I know about 3 white folks. I've only seen about 3 white folks my whole life. It's as far as like high school and earlier. You know what I'm saying? I can remember one girl specifically from elementary school, and I can remember, like, it was more than one in high school, but I can remember one specifically. You feel me? And so for me, like, when I went to college, I went to MTSU and then I went to University of Memphis. Specifically, my experience at University of Memphis, the way other people would react. So basically, from the day I was born up until high school, I felt like I was successful, right? When I went to college, I felt like I wasn't successful. The difference was the people in control, right? Black mindset in high school, elementary school, middle school, it's a black mindset. We are the majority. We control that's how majority of people think. In college, it was a white mindset. It's more the majority of what they think. So they are pointing out things to me that are normal to me, that don't bother me, that, you know what I'm saying, that it's just regular to me. And they making it a big deal. And I'm like, what the fuck is the issue? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is the problem? And so for that song, for me, that song just pointed out, one, a lot of things that I was in denial about. So I recognize that I am that, but at the same time, I recognize that I'm not that. So I don't identify with it, but I do. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, for me, this is like showing me my identity. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a brother that got locked up, spent 5 years in jail, and is now in a mental facility. You feel me? Mm-hmm. He said, in one of them lines, he says, he was in shackles and he see mama cries, and I come home and I take her from Section 8. So what he's saying is, when I went to jail, my mama was crying, but when I got out of jail, nigga, things was different. You feel me?
His mama was still crying.
You feel me? She was still crying, but it's happy tears. You know what I'm saying? It's happy tears. And so for me, he represents what I want to be. You feel me? A nigga that came from the hood, nigga that came from the ghetto. You feel me? Because he just experiencing the experience. He just explaining the experiences of what it is to be hood. You feel me? To what it is to have to survive, or what it is to have. Hey, it ain't no food in the table. What the hell I'ma do? I'ma have to go steal to go get some food. I'ma have to go sell these drugs to pay the bills. You feel me?
Nah, it's really deep.
And it's really crazy because that's where I'm at in life right now. It's like, okay, boom. I'm 26 years old. I tried doing it the right way. I tried doing it the way people told me you're supposed to do it, but I'm not making no money. I'm not being successful this way. So boom, you gonna judge me this way. You gonna call me broke. You call me this and call me that when I do it the right way. And then when I do it the wrong way and I'm successful, then you tell me that I sold drugs and I did this and I did that and that was wrong. And I'm like, damn, you can't please nobody. So when I listen to this song, it's just like, for me, it's like, this is what it could be. Yes, yeah, you did wrong. Yeah, I got locked up. Yeah, mama was mad. Yeah, she cried about it. But hey, at the end of the day, shit, I did what I had to do.
Nah.
And then like the video, if you watch the video, like the clothes he got on, he got money in the video, he got, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is the outcome of me working hard. You feel me? Even though the hard work that I put in was in the streets.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was still hard work regardless, nigga.
Now when you say that, it make me give another thought to the 40-something floors, the name of it.
You know,
Because I guess they'll be like elevate.
but in the song he was talking about, he was like, I'm in a Miami on the 40-something floor. You feel me? And then he said niggas think, basically he was saying like niggas think they got me, but I got 40-something flows. You know what I'm saying? So he's talking about rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't catch me, nigga. I got plenty flows for your ass.
I thought it was 40-something because you said he was on the 40th floor. I thought it was that's how far he came from the bottom.
I feel both of those. You know what I'm saying?
Like, cause there's a lot. Cause like when you coming from the bottom, a lot of people don't understand. You coming from the dirt.
You hear me?
The dirt is below the pavement.
You hear me? You hear
So
me?
to come from nothing is crazy. That's why they always say it's
The
crazy
mud,
to
you
see a
feel-
flower.
When you build a foundation, bruh, you level the ground, and you don't level the ground when it's wet. You feel me? I got it out the mud. That's what niggas mean when they say I got it out the mud. You don't level the ground when it's wet. When you building a foundation for something, you level the ground first. You make sure it's even, and then you build the foundation to pour your concrete. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
concrete always start out wet. But then the other question I asked,
that's crazy.
which I think this is like my pivotal point of the podcast. I think this is my part of the talk show where everybody I think is the most important part.
Yeah, let's go.
Are you top 5 or remaining 5? Or do you want to be top 5 or remaining 5?
I thought about that, and the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, nigga want to be top 5, of course, right? But then I think about niggas like Lil Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely probably top 5, but that nigga dead. You feel me? So I think remaining 5 is the answer for me. You feel me?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause shit, how long was your run? Was your run 5 years and you was good for 5 years and then that was it? Or was your run, you know what I'm saying, 2 decades long? 3 decades long, you feel me? Shit. So I think remaining 5 is the answer.
Remaining
for me.
5?
Hell yeah.
Remaining 5.
Cause you still great. You feel me? Top 5, you still great. Remaining 5, you still great. That's how I feel about it.
I think it's crazy because you say the top 5 thing, like Lil Snoop. I think I was talking to somebody and they said like Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah.
They'll always be top 5 because you just don't. It never played out.
Yeah.
Like you said, Lil Snoop top 5 to you because it never played out.
Yeah.
So like he'll always have that place because you never got to see what they became to be.
Right.
So they never got the chance to fall out.
Right.
But then, like, if you, like, I say, like, 50 Cent or Kanye West or something like that, like, they'll always be remaining because they rapped and took it to another level.
You hear me?
And took it to doing different things. But do you know where that line comes from?
Nah.
It comes from a Drake song.
Nah, which one?
I always forget the damn song when I got it. I be in the middle of the podcast. I say this podcast. I'll be in the middle of the talk show. Finna say what I'm finna say, and then I always forget it. But yeah, it's a diss, essentially.
Damn.
About what do you want to be? You want to be top 5 or remaining 5?
What did Drake say? Yeah.
Drake said he trying to be remaining 5.
Hell yeah. I fuck with that.
Cause my career gonna last longer than you hot.
Hell yeah. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think about people like Lil Snoop, like we never saw what he could become. We never saw his end potential, but we always knew he would be great. You know what I'm saying? People who remain in 5, you stood the test of time. You know what I'm saying? No telling what happened from beginning and end. Nobody knows what happened except for you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody recorded all this shit. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, telling the story how it really happened. You feel me? But I guarantee you, a nigga overcame some shit that me and you and everybody else don't know about type shit. So.
And something that they probably never will talk about neither. That's what a lot of people be forgetting. Like,
Yeah, and I realized that I got a friend like she that doesn't want refuses to talk about their past. You feel me? And I realized that a lot of that comes from shame. They need to be ashamed of what the fuck they went through. But the shit that we go through makes us who we are. And also the shit that we go through, you never know who else is going through that shit. And how just simply telling your story could help somebody else through their shit. You feel me?
man, that's crazy you say that because that's another reason why I wanted to do this. Like, because like I say, I always have conversations with people, but it be so much that other people could take out of what I'm saying. And it was like, damn, sometimes I find myself repeating myself. Like, and
Real
it was
shit.
like, bro, you know what? I got an episode about this. Just go pull it up.
As you should. You hear me? Educational purposes. As you should, for real.
Nah, for real.
I feel that.
Oh, so you got anything else you want to say?
Hell no.
Say Lee. Hey, it's your boy Jmac. Y'all know I'm always on point like a Sharpie. And we got my special guest.
It's Lil Shea, you know, all the way from the A. It's Shea, A, all the way from the A. You feel me? Check that out.
Hey, now, say now, you did. Hey, and this is Real Talk, where I sit down with real people and we talk about real shit.
Gang.
And we out.
She belongs on a magazine. She the star every movie scene. She's not impressed by the things they wanna show off like some bling. Yeah, she the cover girl. Yeah, she not no other girl.